Hello, my name is Stephen Jukery, and my interest in green burial started over 30 years ago, before the term green burial even existed. I grew up in the northernmost point of Michigan, where the Keweenaw Peninsula juts out into Lake Superior, and I loved it here. I never wanted to leave. But in my early 20s, my husband and I had to leave for the usual reasons: higher education and employment. But living in Muncie, Indiana, I was miserable. I was pining and yearning for home, and I decided two things: that we were going to buy land up here, and I was going to be buried on it. And I was going to be buried without metal casket, without embalming, and especially without a vault, because I wanted to be inseparable from the forests, and I wanted to be fully integrated with the land that I loved. So yes, the notion was romantic and idealistic. After all, I was in my 20s. But still, we saved up and we bought that land, and I still love it. And I've lived here again now. But I'm more practical now. Burial on your own land is legal, but not very feasible, and I'm also more willing to compromise. Now, with green burial, that's no compromise. I would have called it natural burial, but it's still the same thing I've wanted for over 30 years. But when Chassell considered a green burial section, and we toured the proposed site, I realized that it was forested, and that they intended that it would remain forested. So I was immediately sold. This Chassell Green Burial section is my native land, no different than the land we own, no different than the land I grew up with. But for an extra bonus, I've become friends with so many great green burial advocates who bought plots there that I'm actually going to be buried with all of my good friends. And I'm still a romantic at heart. I like to believe that with our shared plants and trees, we'll reach for the sky together, even though we'll still be grounded here in the land that I love.